Greetings and welcome. We're going to hop in this session, have a dream reading. So, if you've had a dream recently and something has come to the forefront of your mind for you to remember from that dream, go ahead and jot it down just in case you get some confirmations from this reading. If you are the type of person who perceives that you do not dream, or that when you do, when you come to your awakened state, you do not recall your dreams, you can still, of course, chime in just to see if some aspects of these messages that come out resonate with you. All right, here we go. Divine guides, ascended masters, beings and vessels of vibrational realms and dimensions, those connected only with the manifestation of the highest, best, good, will, and way now. I beseech you, I ask you and your highest form and best being to speak through me and relay the message to the collective that you would have for them to hear for such a time as this. Thank you so much for what you have said, and thank you so much for what you are saying. We will hold ourselves accountable and only allow aspects of these messages that speak to our actions for the highest timeline, and aspects of this message that do not align with us and our present energy, we will let it go. Thank you for the confirmations ahead. All right. What has been coming out in the dream state? Please relay a singular or multiple messages to speak to multiple parts of the collective. Thank you so much. What has been coming out in the dream state that we need to pay more attention to? Thank you. What has been coming out in the dream state that you desire for the collective to pay attention to? Again, what has been coming out in the dream state? Thank you. All right, we have first the Tower card, release in reverse. So some bad situation that you think is going to happen, is supposed to happen, or did happen in a dream state, or dream confirming it. That's not the case for some of you. Then we have here, up under these two, the Hanged Man, pause. So it is time to pause and reflect. We also have here another card in the reverse, which is the Five of Pentacles, loss. So something that might be perceived as a loss actually is not a loss. And then we have the Five of Cups, absence, in the upright. Overall, some of you in your waking state have been thinking, what bad ending is there going to be? How long will I pause? And for the first two aspects of this message, you're being told this is not a tower situation. Everything is not crumbling down around you. You may be perceiving that everything is going awry, but some things are actually going right. Look for those cues in this situation. And as this says, release, there is something that you need to hold on to. What is the moral, the value, the lesson, the principle, the character trait in you that is being refined as a result of this situation? That, again, is not your entire reality collapsing down around about you. For some of you right now in the present state, you are being asked to pause. That's what your sleeping dream state is about. Seeing situations for what they are and only being an observer. not needing to engage. And as there are the phases of the moon etched around the collar, I'm seeing and hearing that the top part of you is what's needing to reflect. So you're needing to reflect and look at situations right side up, upside down, from left to right, from right to left. Review, but you can only review when you pause. And then we have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So again, five might be a synchronicity here with this loss card. Something again is being perceived as a loss, as a tower moment, as all hell breaking loose. But this is not a moment of loss. Whatever that dream was, whatever this current feeling is, because it might not be a dream, it just might be a feeling that you're about to lose something. You're not losing anything. And take account, what are the top five things that you could perceive might be what you would fear most to lose? And then, of course, pause and reflect. Why do you fear losing those things? What is it that you need to reflect on? Opposite of release. What is it that you need to hold on to is actually the truth and the reality about those situations for your highest timeline right now. And then again, wrapping up with this Five of Cups, absence. There is some emotional gap present. It's for you to figure out what that is. So absence, loss, pause, and reflect. RPLA. All right, let's look at our next deck of cards and see what messages would like to come out and speak to you from here. So do any of these singular words, because these are not phrases at the bottom of the cards, they are just words. Absence, loss, pause, release. Have you seen any of them recently? Have you heard any of them recently? Have any of them came to mind? Have you used them in your speech? And if so, what was the context? And for whatever that present moment is, most recent past moment, what do you wish could have been the outcome when that word or those terms showed up? All right, are there any confirmation messages, any information that you would like to relay to the collective? And thank you so much. Thank you for what you have said. Thank you for what you may choose to say. Thank you for what you have said. Thank you for what you may choose to say. Thank you. All right, one card. And it jumps out onto the Hangman and the Tower card. And we have here surrender. If spirit guides are not playing with you, they're definitely in alignment about this. Release and surrender, some could say, are synonymous. We need you to release. That means to give up. We need you to surrender. That means to give up. And what has this person done in this image? They have given up standing up and looking at situations and are now taking a moment to look at situations upside down. Only as a result of pausing and say, things haven't been completely comprehended. Looking at them by standing up. So I'm going to give myself a different perspective and still be poised and composed, but I'm going to observe from a new position. The spirit guides, the divine realms are asking you, what is it that you need to surrender? And what is it here that you are not releasing that you think is going to be taken from you? But this tower moment isn't saying that something is being taken from you. It's actually helping you to acknowledge what are those things that you fear losing. So we have release. Again, if I found a puppy on the side of the road and I took it in and then started noticing lost puppy posters, the expectation is that I release it. The expectation is that I notice that someone has lost something that they want, and it is it is my duty. It is expected of me, and I will surrender in that situation. So again, connections between release, surrender, and loss. Are there any other connections, divine guides? And thank you for speaking so clearly and so justly for what you did choose to say. Are there any additional messages? Ooh, ooh. Are there any additional messages? Thank you. Thank you. Any additional messages? Is there anything else you would like to say? Thank you so much. Okay, what has come out? We have in the reverse, free dominion. And again, you are not freeing yourself, or some aspect of that dream relayed that you are not free, you are not releasing, you are not surrendering. There is not a loss. So there's a huge synchronicity here with these four terms connected with letting go. Surrender, to let go. The opposite of being in free dominion is being tied down, to the opposite of being free. Releasing, again, letting go, loss, something that you had that is now not yours, and including absence, something that was present not being there. So thank you for that confirmation, divine guidance. And then we have right here, flow. So what are you being asked to do is to sit and flow. Again, confirmation with the pause. Sit in a chair, make yourself some tea, have a journal to write down your thoughts, have a plant for good purifying the air, and connect with your dream state, with your thoughts before you drift asleep while you are in a chair or in bed. Look out the window, look up at the stars, take your shoes off, kick back, and relax. Take that pause and just flow. How are you feeling? And if you feel tight anywhere in your body, what is it that you are holding on to that you feel like if you were to let that person go, that thing go, that relationship go, it would represent a loss in your life? People would acknowledge this emotional absence. You're being asked to look at that. Okay? Maybe there's a sign of synchronicity with the letter F, flow and free. Okay, we also have 5 of Cups. So 2 5s and 2 terms that start with the letter F. And let's go ahead and look at our last deck for helping us to comprehend this dream state. What is it about the present energy now that you would like to call out, pull out in this final deck? Thank you so much for what you have said. Please provide confirmations, because all you have been doing is providing confirmations between the pause and the flow, which is what you can do when you pause in the moment. You're only allowed to go with the flow of the thoughts and feelings coming in, and the connection between absence and loss and release, and a lack of free dominion and surrendering. Thank you so much for how on point and in tune you have chosen to be. And I ask that you, again, only relay what new messages or confirmations for the highest, best, good, willing way and timeline for the collective that will tune into this message. Okay? So, what are the final messages, divine guides? Thank you so much for what you have said. What are the final messages? Again, thank you so much for what you have chosen to say, and thank you for any final messages. Woo! Okay. Thank you for what you have chosen to say, and for any final messages. Okay, I'm going to pick up what fell. Give me just a moment. And it came in the reverse on the floor. And so to wrap this up, we have 4 cards, okay? Okay. So we have here the fear card again, a fear of letting go. It says fear often reflects unresolved issues or inner shadows in your subconscious. If fear appears in your dream, it's not a sign of something to avoid, but rather an opportunity to liberate yourself. It encourages you to confront the things that scare you and uncover their origins. Behind fear, there is immense transformative power. And only by facing it can you achieve deeper awareness and freedom. But freedom, million is what I would like to say. So we have confirmations here for sure. Something you are afraid of letting go of. It's very clear. You are being told to not avoid it. This is your opportunity to liberate yourself, to pause and look at the transformative power that comes to you as a result of being without. And there are some things that you still have, even if you are being called to let something go. And this is definitely a synchronicity that we have freedom, or freedom million, as I like to say, is the last term and the last line. And then we have it here as well. Next, we have the surrender, and again, juxtapose. Can't help but notice the similarity in the position of the sword and the person upside down. With the sword card, in case any of you have seen a sword in a dream, the sword represents power, decisions, and resolving conflicts. Dreaming of a sword suggests you're facing an important choice. It urges quick action, cutting away what no longer serves you, and confronting inner struggles for growth. The sword offers protection, motivation, and the courage to set boundaries and move confidently forward. I don't think I have to say too much to already say that this is a confirmation of everything that has been said already, acknowledging that there is a conflict. You are supposed to be facing something, making a choice about something. You're being urged to make that action. Don't avoid this transformative action that you need to take, that you need to cut away, that no longer is serving you. Sword means you're at this pause, this crossroad. Okay, you're at that point where you're being told you are protected to make the right choice. You're being motivated to make the right choice. You're being encouraged to make the right choice, and set up the boundaries after you make that choice to protect your choice and not allow others' comments and thinkings and perspectives to sway you back onto the path that you know you're being told, to get comfortable with the absence of it, the surrendering of it, and flowing moving forward. Next, we have here teacher in the reverse. And I'm just going to take this as a sign, again, with it also being up under the lost card, which is in the reverse. There's someone who you perceive as giving good advice, as a mentor, as a counselor, a counsel person. I'm hearing as a friend, a best friend, a BF or a BFF, who you would think to go to and share this dream to, or share these dreams with, or ask their interpretation, or how should you move forward. And maybe you've already done that. That person is not supposed to be giving you advice or confirming your choice of actions that you choose to make. This is a time for you to pause and sit alone. There are not two chairs right here. It's one chair for you to sit and flow and think freely about what choice would present you with the highest, best, good, will, and way being made manifest for you, and the support that you need that is absent, and for the comforts that you need that you feel that you have lost. Who respects the fact that you need to have the opportunity to pause in solitude for as long as you need to glimpse the reality that what you were being asked to release is not a tower moment of you letting go of everything in your life, but you surrendering the things that you have been holding on to because of the advice of others. So don't go to this teacher, this priest, this mentor. Again, if you have a professional person that you're paying for to get advice from, do whatever you want with that person. Again, take it, leave it, remix it, however it suits your life, is what I like to say here. But this is not a time to get advice from a teacher, from a coach, from a mentor, from a guide. This is single individual choice making time. These two confirmations alone, with nothing about this message being off key, it came out very clear for whoever this is in the collective. And then finally, we have here is key. Key symbolizes access, discovery, and unlocking hidden truths. Dreaming of a key suggests you're close to uncovering something important, whether an answer, opportunity, or part of your subconscious. It invites you to open closed doors, both literally and figuratively, and reminds you that you already have the tools to unlock your potential and deeper truths. Now, ain't that about a cup of reality? Something real for all to see. You take the time alone and look at the symbols in your life and the discoveries that you have made and the hidden truths that have come up about people's hidden motives, their perspectives, what they are granting you access to and denying you or delaying you due to their involvement, bombardment of presence in your life. And you just sit there and you dream of a key that could uncover and unlock everything and just provide you with what? What is it? Your dream is to have X amount of funds as a miracle deposit into your account that allows you to pay for what, get a new what, move to what, eat what, wear what, serve, give back the energy that you've received, and what way to what community that is less fortunate. Orphans, youth in like YMCA or Boys and Girls Clubs, homeless shelters, women's battered shelters. How are you giving back? Because something important is about to be answered. And when you get the key and you make this decision and you close that door, literally and figuratively, on this chapter in your life right now, you're going to be with those tools. And the potential for you to gain deeper and deeper truths is just there. So I don't want to drag this out. I'm so thankful that you have chosen to tune in, and peace and many great things to you.